Do you know about the abandoned Silkwood Factory in Maplewood? Back in 1997, it was closed for reasons no one would speak about. But there's more to it than just another shutdown plant, much more. I took a step forward, flashlight trembling in my grip as I entered the factory, the air thick and cold. The place reeked of decay, and the floor creaked underfoot, a warning I chose to ignore. Shadows danced across the walls, hinting at things that shouldn't be there. The rumor was that giant mutated spiders had infested this place, and every corner felt like it held a pair of eyes watching me, waiting. I didn't believe it, not until I saw one, its massive legs skittering out from the shadows, dark and hairy, as big as my arm. A quick flash of my light caught the glint of its eyes, staring with unnatural intelligence before it disappeared into the darkness. Ethan was with me, an 18-year-old kid with sharp, gaunt features, his pale skin stretched tight with fear. His wide, bloodshot eyes darted around, and I could see beads of sweat trickling down his face, catching the dim light. The silence was broken by a loud, echoing screech from somewhere above, a bone-chilling sound that made my blood run cold. I shone my flashlight upward, revealing thick webs stretched across the ceiling, dotted with large, unmoving cocoons. One of them twitched, just barely, sending a ripple through the sticky strands. Ethan whispered, "We need to get out of here," but my feet stayed rooted to the ground, as if held by invisible webs. A shadow shifted behind us, and I felt a shiver crawl up my spine. I turned, and a glistening thread of silk was hanging from the ceiling, drifting closer to us. Ethan grabbed my arm, yanking me back toward the door as his breathing grew more frantic. But as we turned, something massive and dark blocked our only exit. It was a spider, larger than any nightmare, with long, spindly legs reaching out like claws and eyes glistening with cruel intelligence. I could hear its mandibles clicking rhythmically, dripping with some dark, oozing liquid that pooled on the floor. My heart pounded as I tried to step back, but the walls seemed to close in around us. Ethan stumbled, and the beam of his flashlight rolled across the ground, casting chaotic shadows on the walls. The spider edged closer, one of its legs stretching out, almost touching Ethan. I couldn't scream, I could only watch as its shadow loomed larger and larger. Ethan's hand reached out to me, his face frozen in terror as the spider towered over him, blocking out the light. In that final moment, I knew there was no escape as the darkness swallowed us whole.